I'm not sure if it's TH, but yeah, it's a 110. I got it from Don's 1986, I think. The channel we run this. I had a custom reed for it, and had a 44 tooth on, and the gearing actually everything was on a top RPM constantly, and I should have gone down to a 38 or 36 tooth sprocket, but ended up frying the piston. Uh, got a new head for the unit. It was really scarred up. I could have had it resurfaced, but for $30, it wasn't worth the aggravation of a machine shop and wasting his time and mine. But yeah, I had caved a bearing. I realized when I tried to flush the engine that there was some magnetic crap sticking to the journal, so I opened it up, and um, one of the seals popped. So I just wait, got stuck in for like 2 weeks. So sorry if you can't hear too good. Not the best setup. Trying here. I can read the crank for you. See what it says. Hold on. It is a ZMN 100. So I got these bearings a little while ago. This is SKF, as you can see. That's go on the clutch, and these are not sure if they're Italian or what, but they say Poland on it. Um, if they're Japanese or what, I'm not even sure, but can't remember. Some part work to it. Um, bad. The hardest part about these engines, just to give you a heads up, I'll show you the cylinder. So you can look in here, hold on, try to get this so you can see it. So this is actually maybe a flash. How you doing? Yeah, 3 rings, very high compression. So this is the it's actually transfer. I'm not sure you can see. I just put the on the top. This is the exhaust. Opened it up a bit, and top, as you can see, kind of looks like a loaf of bread. Is it's open almost not to the max, but a good way. Um, and then it's wider there above the intake port, so after the primary phase and blowdown, the exhaust can escape further before the transfer is open. And you got a boost port in the back, which I had for the read. Can't hurt for just running it either. Uh, it comes with 3 rings. You can also get a BT100 if you know where to buy it from. I can put the link for you guys in the video. They also come with 3 rings. Usually I pack them. These already have. It's really good. Polypropylene synthetic in there of some sort. This is what I recommend typically is the Lucas Red and Tacky, which you would use on like a tractor trailer hitch. So I'm not really liking how this is going on because it should be just snug. Kind of just how that, see how that just went right down? And you can almost, it like kind of just slides and falls. That's almost, just now when it's locked, it's secure, but you want as little possible friction with those as you can. So this one actually went in. Maybe there was something there. This went right on. I thought I'd wiped it fully, but so that's good. It's a good start. Same thing with this one. It's just got just a little bit more grab to it. That's all right. So yeah, a little sandpaper. I'm out of I'd probably use like a 1200 or something like that on it, but not necessary at this point. Should work all right. But so Joe, you were asking me about the cylinder, I think, or one of you guys. The reason I had brought this over, besides showing you the port work, was not to clutter up my table, but um, the um, the head bolts on these, the material around there, the magnesium aluminum composite is it's not really that durable. If you're going to try to put any type of an expansion chamber on this, you're going to have to take it somewhere and have these drilled from the 6 millimeter to the 8 millimeter if possible, something a little bit bigger. And then you'd probably want to put in some green Loctite or red Loctite if that's what you prefer. I use green for high heat, high friction. Um, it just seems to hold longer. You have to clean it, prep, well, it'd be cleaned and prepped, but you'd put that in. After you put you'd use a stud instead of the bolt. So you'd put your stud in, let that sit overnight, and then you could add your nuts on when you put the actual pipe in. Otherwise, your best bet is just to go with the kit and just use the muffler that comes with it. The stock pipe doesn't seem to vibrate nearly as bad, but then again, you're gonna the drawback of that is some of the performance you can gain from the expansion chamber with the echo in the pipe from the cadence effect. So it's pretty good though. This I was actually shocked because these cylinders, if you see this mark right here, this is actually the anvil stamp. If I can get it to show up for you guys. So if you order an anvil, um, 80cc, if it's really a truly an anvil, it should have a little print like that at the bottom. So you know you're not getting ripped off. So for it to have the subpar composition in the header area there for the reciprocating bolts, I was a little bit disappointed. So obviously, I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but this is this side would be going over here to your where you're gonna have your magneto. This is the magneto side with the longer part of the journal, so you don't confuse yourself. I do have some brand new seals here. Two replace them. These are really actually in mint condition. This engine only had maybe 500 miles on it. Yeah, thank you. Some kind of a snag here hanging us up. Let's see what's going on. It says, "Oh hey, good evening. What's up, Obzilla?" Someone else received my used 65. Oh, you passed it on or someone bought it? That's awesome. This just says case recommended case gasket material. Um, yeah, I'll bring it over here real quick. We're gonna get that stage here real shortly, Matthew. So I I still have the gasket here. Um, what I do, even if there is a good gasket, typically is a Permatex, um, the ultra gray, ultra gray Permatex. Also a copper that I'll use sometimes around the base gasket of the cylinder body. Um, but some people do prefer Yama Bond. You don't need to like put it on like you're dousing it trying to make a gasket. You basically just, if you take just the tiniest little bit and clean that off first, but you're just taking a tiny little bit and kind of just, you know, you're just barely putting just a little bit more than that, just enough to cover it, and it just seals it. It, you know, so that's the idea with that. But I do also have some gasket material that I use, and I'll share that with you guys. You can get it at Motorized Auto Parts, and this is what it's called right here, Cometic. Street Cometic. It's a fire material, and you want the it's a 0.8 centimeter. So if you double that up, that gives you a little bit more than a centimeter. But you'll notice after um, you tighten it down and you a little bit, you get some shrinkage. The way to avoid that from happening, a lot of people don't do this, but um, instead of using a Permatex, um, where case you'd want to use it, but if you're just putting your cylinder on and you're using this kind of a material, um, instead of the whatever it comes with it, you could just actually wet it with a little bit of oil, and the oil absorbs into it, and it acts as the sealant itself when you press it. Uh, so yeah. Oh, you went and bought it. I got you. Yeah, I just sent out a birthday present to Brian Amos carb tuning, and hopefully it gets it. I used the address from the top. He had put something up. He was destined to LA Hoover the other day, I don't know, a few months back, and I think I wrote down his address then. When I went to the post office, um, he said he couldn't find the street, so hopefully I end up paying shipping both ways. But so the next step, guys, is I'm going to start putting the bolts back into this and slowly sinking everything down all together uniformly so it draws the bearings in at the same time on the journal. Nothing gets out of line, hopefully. Just got to find the Ziploc with all the bolts in it. Be right back. So yeah, you guys, Matthew and anybody else is just getting new to this or might watch this later on. I always try to put everything in bags when I'm taking it apart. If you can even take it apart further than this, I've done this a few times, and so I know where everything is. But if you want to label it, like these 3 bolts, label it magneto or something like that, so you don't have any confusion when you're putting it back together. Help yourself out tremendously, and if you end up needing parts for another engine, exactly what you're looking for. Confused myself now. So just putting the 2 top bolts in the body of the head here. Gonna flip this over. These 2 come up here. All I really want to do right now is hopefully just catch these. So let me get my 5mm Allen key, or fix head driver if you want to call it that. So I'm just going in maybe 3-4 turns. Said I don't want to pinch anything or get anything out of line. So I'm gonna get this guy to catch. Alright, that's in there. Just barely catching. So I usually put my bearings in my cases first, but I guess to each their own. Well, if you like to do that, Joe, it's definitely another way to do it. Just trying to make sure I got everything lining up here. So I move my hand away so you can see what I'm doing. Just grabbing, I got positive force there now. So at this, actually I got just a little more room up top than I do in the back. Keep it as even as I can. Once I get down a little further, I'll run the Q-tip through with some Permatex to just seal that up. Should be alright. And then once we get that in fully, then we can add the plate bolts that go in behind the clutch basket. So the reason I'm doing this way, Joe, is like I had showed you. I wanted to check my journal and see that the bearings would seat and that it didn't have any real resistance or friction. Um, and then along with that, um, I'm just pushing these in slowly and uniform. So as I tighten this down, they're kind of seating themselves into the case. Um, you may force them into the case, put something over top of it and then strike it with a mallet or something, a soft rubber mallet or something to get them to go in. So it's just I don't know, I've just always done it this way, but I understand what you're saying. And I try to do the same on both sides after I kind of pretty much have a set. So I'll just maybe come a full turn, come to the next bolt, and again a full turn. This one's actually got some travel in it yet. Oh, something's happened to it. It's not good. Well, at least I got the flashlight handy. I can see if the teeth are still there. It seems to be alright. Where are you from, Joe? What state are you in? There's probably a much faster way to do this. Just don't have a lot of fancy tools like some guys, so do it anyway. Oh yeah. It's OPA. All right, cool. Yeah, there's some really cool guys down there. There's a Bry guy, him and Ebob. Pretty neat. She's just got a fine another day. I can't ride my bike until I get it registered. Don't know how to get it registered without a title, and bicycles don't come with titles. So I don't know if you have to, Joe. I mean, depending. Um, the state of Rhode Island, as long as it's 49cc and under, it falls into a moped class. Although it isn't a moped class, you don't even need to get the sticker for it. So you can. It's supposed to be 2.5 horsepower under, and then you have to use a helmet. Um, but yeah, I think legally you can just, as long as you have a license, you can ride it on the street, just at the side of the street. The police really don't mess with anybody if you're on the breakdown lane part of the road, you know. Oh hey Jared D, what's going on? How's Florida treating you, buddy? Thanks for stopping over. All right, Joe Brown. Good. Yeah, man. Thanks for being a subscriber. Appreciate it, man. It's awesome to have you aboard. So, Jared, working on one of my little monsters. No fishing or anything fun like that right now. I was riding Bumblebee the other day, and after all the time and effort I put into it, I snapped the motor mount up here. So it broke off right at the case, and I got to take the whole bike apart and then have that drilled out and hopefully tapped out. If not, I'll have to replace the whole case because there's a custom spacer on there to move it off the frame enough to seat it. And if I try to drill a hole any bigger, there won't be enough room. It's just that tight, so sucks. Cool, man. Really happy to have you aboard, bud. Let's go, Brandon. Just waiting for one of the schoolgirls when he sniffs her hair. She just looks up at him and then punches him right in the heart, and he falls over dead. We don't even need anybody to assassinate him. The only problem is camel toe hair would be stepped in. I can't see her being any better. Hopefully this gas doesn't go through the roof after the elections this month, the midterms. Some places have said they're already going back up. So if you just joined us, everybody, we're just trying to put this 110cc together here. I'd blown the piston in it, and not sure if I'm gonna try to window this one and make it a reed and use a reed valve, or just keep it the way it is. Got to get the case back together. We just put some new bearings in, and got the Poland bearings that are in there. This is SKF Italian for or Japanese there for the clutch end. Trying to do this evenly across, get the pressure on here properly so everything seats itself well. A little bit of room up front here. I need to tighten this first. So that's kind of going in one half turn. We'll go one half turn one. So a half turn on this one. Get the damn thing in there. Side here. And since we got this flipped over, we might as well have to turn this side again and go back. Alright. Pretty damn good. I think we're about there. I'm just going to take these all the way in. That's nice tight. Yeah, we got a big rain coming in here this weekend. It's supposed to be like late Saturday into Sunday and then Monday. So about half the leaves are gone already on the trees, and then who knows if that'll knock everything down or be anything left afterwards. Seems like it's going to be an early fall. So I got these snug, don't really need to over tighten them like overkill. Put too much pressure and strip or anything. Just want to more or less just bottom it out and give it a snug. So that's all good. Put the screw back in here for the clutch part of this unit. So I took these out. This was the only one that had a washer on it in the middle, a lock washer. It's the lowest unit there, so in the center of these two. Just find a damn screwdriver. These we want to also have in snug. And you don't have to over tighten these. Just good firm grip in and okay, alright, let's get a clutch in here. Killing me and then the custom. Oh, the whole, yeah. I don't know what to think anymore, man. Some of these, it ain't, I get it, it's a free country, do what you want. I'm pretty open-minded, but, some of this shit anymore, it's not even democratic. It's beyond, it's beyond liberal, man. It's just freaking nuts. I don't even call it progressive because you can't fix stupid, so. Oh, yeah? I tell you what, Jared, honestly, man, all the engines I rode, man, I have to say, PT100, it takes some work to modify the piston. You got to shave about a millimeter off the top, and you can put oil holes in it too. I got some videos up on it, and the biggest thing you want to do if you don't do those two things, unequivocally, without doubt, get your oven turned on, set it for 420. I know you like that number. And when it gets to about 315, little cookie tray, put your piston in, let it start heating from 315 until it gets up to 420. Um, so at 420, you want to leave it in for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. Somewhere in between there. 15 is not too long, 20 minutes is not too long. But no more, no less. And as soon as you're done with that, take it out, put it in ice cold water, quench it, quelch it. And what that does is it solidifies the molecules in there. So when it goes to start expanding, it won't heat up faster than the cylinder. Um, I've tried several different setups. Like I said, I mean, you can check my videos on oil holes and other stuff, but I have to let me restart the hob again. Hey, what's going on, man? What's up, fellas? Happy day in Puerto Rico, my friend. Just hanging out here with a few of the fellas, putting the 110 together. And Leonard, Mr. Arola, how are you, sir? Troubleman? Nah, bro, happy vibes here today. That was a little bit too much. I mean, I know everybody got an attitude about stuff, but you know, the guy was here the other day. I'm just gonna leave his name because you know it is what it is. But somebody sitting here talking about oh yeah, you talk a whole bunch of smack, but you made a video going downhill. Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I've seen a lot of videos out there. I've seen his videos, and I never seen him doing over 50 going down a hill. So you got a long hill, a mile long. It's a 1% downgrade, 2% downgrade. It takes a long time to get that fast, and you gotta have balls of steel. I mean, Crazy John doing 57, whatever. Ella's doing what, 60, 62, 63, whatever. You know, that's something. You gotta have the horsepower to get that fast. Once you can get the RPMs up there, if you got the sprocket to carry you, that's great. But I don't see guys out there making videos. Oh, I can go that fast because I went down a hill, but I never see a video of anybody going down a hill doing 45 for that matter. So that's all I gotta say about it. I'm still with you, my friend. Ellis got a lot of good information, and that is what it is. That's that. So I try to keep it happy, man. Everybody here, it's about helping each other and just having fun. So, oh, Crazy John, 52. I'm sorry. I don't want to lie. The truth is the truth. Whatever. Well, let me get serious, fellas. I hope you guys enjoy the chat. Have a good time. I'm gonna keep trying to chime in a little bit as I can. Maybe do a little more explaining what's going on here. So we just have this for the record books. If somebody finds this later on and needs some help with the motor, excuse me, I should say engine, because a motor is electric. So no, you have to watch it later. But another guy here said the same thing. Did I put the bearings in first into the engine? I never do it that way. I always check the resistance on the arms on the journal and make sure that they just slide just barely at the bottom grip. They go right on. Just kind of ease themselves down. Like when you put the piston in. Let's see if I can do it. See how it just, when I drop it, it catches, you know? And then afterwards, you can push it down. You want just, should slip just a little bit. You don't want to just fall right down. So the same thing on the journal, the bearing, when you put it on, like this one here, just for reference, when you put it on, it should just barely snug, you know, no resistance. So when I do it, I try to put the bolts in and flip back and forth and draw it together, and that presses the bearings into the case itself. So once it's closed, everything is where it is and there's no extra force on the bearing. That's why you have the seal. So maybe the bearing isn't completely up against the edge of the case on one side. If you force it in, maybe you got a gap or something. I don't know. I never had a problem. That's just the way I do it. But I understand both ways. Fenders, yeah. I'll try to raise this up a little better just so everybody can see. Got something. It's a little more room. Oh, I'm sorry. Sure thing, Alice. 110. This is, as I said to some guys earlier, I got this from Don's 1986 Amble ACC. That is a steel sleeve, the Amble mark with like a M. Get the case. The problem with this one is that the aluminum magnesium composite is a little bit off, so it's soft. And head bolts, you can't use an expansion. You got to use the stock. If you want to put an expansion, you got to go from 6 millimeter to 8 millimeter at the shop and put the studs in and not use the bolts. But I like to use the hex head bolts when I'm doing my stuff a lot of the time. So, something like this, but not that big of the head, the bolt. And I get the right length. So, however you do it, but so I'm gonna explain to you real quick. Yeah, ERT. Let me measure it for you so you can see it. And I could tell you, but I want you to see it. Well, okay. It's a caliper. It's a little bit. 0. Okay, easy. It's on millimeters. I'm gonna measure the body because I want you to see too. 5190. Okay, 5190. Side to side. Transfer side, not intake side. 52, 33, 34, a little bit bigger. Most guys don't know that it's an odd shape because when it's going up and down, it's got to move a little bit with the. So you got a little bigger, a little smaller, but it's a 52. Okay. Let me get right on the crown. Say your words, puta madre. Come on, then cooperate. Okay, about 5172 up top. Maybe I pulled it off too fast, something, but 52 millimeter. So you can see on this one, hopefully guys, I can explain it. By looking at it, I don't know if you can tell, but this bearing, the seal got pressed in down. So let me show you the other bearing. We're gonna put the SKF, good bearing, Italian, Japanese, I'm not sure, but we got the Poland bearing in the engine. So I'm gonna show you the bearing. You can understand what I'm trying to tell you. Now you see, if you look at it right here on the edge, I'm trying to show you can. It's flat. It's flush. It's straight across. If you look at this one, you're gonna see the markings are on the edge, and it's not level right here. You see the screwdriver tapping in. It's because the back pressure when I blew the piston, something happened, caved the bearing inside from the, it's different part of the case, but somehow the internal pressure did something, popped the bearing, so I got to take that out. This one is okay. Let me apologize for roughing up some people's feathers. No, Leonard, that's what I was just saying, bro. That's a holy day, man. If nothing else, we should all get along on that. Really. Praise God. I was trying to say a prayer for everybody. I'm going to say one now. Thank God we're all here together, having a wonderful time. We all safe. We didn't get hit by no cars. I had a horrible morning. Thank you, Jesus. I didn't die. My roller came off. My chain broke 3 spokes. I messed up the clutch. The basket on the bell on the clutch, it wore it from the heat. Everything all at one time. I didn't wreck. I didn't die. I'm still here to help these guys tonight. We're putting the motor together, having a good time. Okay? You're not going to get hit tomorrow. You're going to make it safe to work. Jared, you're going to have a wonderful ride to the ocean. ERT, I don't know, man. You crazy fast. You'll probably go on the highway. Everybody's going to see you coming a mile away. Everybody else here, we want good things for you. We're going to see each and every one of you again for more fun. I'm going to get the tool Kevin made. You don't watch it, watch now. Kevin Shop is a good guy too. And I want to tell you guys too, real quick. I got this guy here. I'm going to show you in the video. Cat Carb, he told everybody go over and check out this guy the other day. I've already been following him, but I want you to see this one. This guy he's got really good stuff, man. And he's no bullshit. He's the real deal. He makes insane stuff. I'm just gonna put it like that. I met him before. This is the guy right here. Hold on. You go watch this guy's stuff, okay? You're gonna learn something for real, man. That guy right there. You go over. You tell him Roger said come over. That's the real deal, man. He got a bike, Polini bike, 80 miles an hour. And 50 plus YouTube all day. You need to make a gasket. Use that one. Fiber gasket. 0.8 millimeters. Centimeters. Sorry. It's good. It's my tool, the Kevin shop. It's a number 5. See? I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna try. You see, he got a little line up here, so you can use it. The clutch, you know, take it out. You need to put the bearing. It's a perfect size, man. This guy is a good guy. It's a nice tool. Okay, that easy. That one is the junk. I don't know if you could really see it now, but it's really caved in. It's no good. Hey, cool. Thanks for helping him out, guys. He's been around a long time, and he just started doing this on YouTube. Man, that kid, he really knows a lot of stuff. If you ask him something, wow, he's gonna tell you everything. But he's only got a few subs, you know. Says 52 millimeter cam YD100. It says 110. I don't know. That's a 52 millimeter on YD100? I thought it was a 50 millimeter. I never had a YD100. I only used the BT100. See the bearing on here? If you guys can see, hopefully. I'm trying to explain. Right here, this is the clutch spring. When you push it, you know, releases the belt. Otherwise, it's active. So right here, I got about maybe, I don't know if you can see, like a 16th, you know, a little bit of space. You can turn this just a little bit more. If it's too tight, it's going to be hard for you to get it to work properly. You might not be able to get the bike to start, but when they come, they're just a little bit loose. So you take up vice grips on this side and the washer, not washer, pipe wrench on that side. Just give that about maybe a quarter turn, half turn. You can see the little the hole on it. When you have it in your case, if you take this off right here where you put where the clutch, if you undo that, sometimes if you need to adjust it, you can adjust it internally. You stick the screwdriver down through, You take that out and you can move it backwards or forwards just a little bit. But you shouldn't have a problem with that. Most of the time, I never had a problem with my clutch. Just maybe wore out the pads. Just only one time I ever had a problem with the clutch. I got gas on the pads and it ruined the pads. But a lot of people say, "Oh, the clutch is slipping." I don't have a problem. He's like 250 pounds. I don't know if it makes a difference, but for me, I use this 110, all the 80cc, 100cc. I go as fast as I can, as many times as I can. Never had a clutch go. I just want to set this evenly. I don't want to push on the inner part of the bearing. It could mess it up. What I'm going to do is take a socket and put it all the way on afterwards. Just want to get it set. You know, if you guys want to experiment a little bit, I could tell you something you can look for. Um, Let me find it for you. I can tell you. If you look in my videos on the playlist, there's a guy there that tells you how to make them yourself out of a brake cylinder for a hydraulic disc brake for the 18 wheelers. That material, um, I'm gonna get the app right here for you guys. This is the app to go to. McMaster Car, CARR, McMaster Car. They got everything you need for any kind of auto body, any kind of tools, motorcycles, safety gears. You got the stuff for the do the port work, everything you want. But you can get it on there. Just look in my playlist and you're gonna find something in there about clutch help, I think. And it's a guy in there that tells you can make them out of the brake pad liner. Shows you how to do it and everything. That's what I use right here. This is the 7/8. You can put it over top of the flower nut in between the inside. You're gonna get an even pressure. You don't hurt nothing. So that's the way to go for that one. 7/8 of an inch. And you just gotta take the little screw off for the flower nut so you don't hit it. Use a rubber hammer, yeah. You can do that too. I don't have one. I'm gonna go outside and do this so I don't bug my roommate too much, guys. So I'll be right back. Okay. Ah. I'm just trying to clean this up a little bit as I'm going along here, guys, so sorry I'm not talking too much at the moment. I got a lot on my mind here. Where do I put this? Alright. Just the important part. Okay, let me find the next thing here. Yeah, I'm not in a rush, man. I get up at 4 in the morning to leave for work, so if anything, I wish I was already in bed, man. I'm not in a rush. I want to make sure I do it right, don't mess it up. I know some guys probably put an engine together in 45 minutes, but I keep talking to you anyway, you know. Can't talk and work. I was messing with you. Let me get my grandpa glasses on. The bifocals. Ah, man. Well, speaking of tired, guys, I can't even focus my eyes to get this Woodruff key in here, so I think I might call it a night. I'll pick this up some other time. I'll finish it on my own. You'll see me down the road. We'll do something good together. Sorry we didn't get it all the way to completion, but if you didn't miss the whole show, you stay for part of the show. I know it's a long time. If you're just doing something at work or whatever, you put it on in the background, just tune it in and listen to all the good tips we've been talking about. So, yeah, man. Anybody got any questions, requests, or anything? I try to make a video if somebody is having problems with something. Or just want to see something done so you got a better understanding for yourself, whatever it is. You know, feel free to ask anytime or leave it in the comments, and yeah, we'll try to do it. You know, so we'll get there, fellas, one way or another. I still got to decide what we're gonna do with this. So we're gonna window the piston or use a reed or just run it the other way. Hey, Jared, appreciate you hanging out, man. You know, I talked to you a long time ago. I told you this is what I always wanted to do, be able to go live and somebody's having a problem, be able to help them fix it or just hang out and talk to people. You know, I never even thought I would have 50 subscribers. So I got a little over 200 now, man. So it's good, you know. Hopefully it keeps growing. If you guys want to help me out there, put my name out there. I'm not gonna be mad at you. So I try to do what I can. You know, when you was riding across America, I made some videos for you, and I always try to tell everybody about ERT. And Leonard, he just does his own thing, so I don't bother him. But I'm sure he could use some more subs too. He's over there fighting with Frank the Bear in the middle of the night. Uh, hey guys, it's been a lot of fun. So, you know, God bless you all. Be well, harm none, Godspeed, and we'll see you all soon, okay? Until then.